Hey everybody. Yeah, here we go. We had man, I'm still getting used to there's usually a delay for the live stuff here, so my apologies. I'm here to talk about the third act. So third act in the hero's journey, just third acts in lives. Generally third act is regarded as when somebody enters like a period like the retirement period in their life, that kind of thing. Later on, senior citizen age. But I'm here to talk about the third act as being a part of our hero's journey, where we come out of a stage of growth and rediscovery. Where we've done some soul searching and we've made some changes, and we're ready to return to everyday life better than ever before. So a simple view of the hero's journey can break out into like three stages or acts. So you can kind of see here, starts with act number one, which is like the calling, the feeling that there's more to life. And then you get into act number two, which is kind of crossing the threshold. And it's, the point of no return. Like you're starting to act on this feeling that there's more to life. There's a lot of like sort of fear and uncertainty, and, some soul searching along the way that you have to go through. And then that leads you to other way. Yeah, behind me, act number three, which is the one that we're going to be focusing on here, the period of rebirth, where you've made your way out of the darkness and the soul searching, and you've realigned with your higher calling and the higher version of yourself, and you've recovered the essence of who you are. So, recovery is generally termed like the definition of recovery is the action of recovering something that was lost or stolen. So, there's lots of life events that can happen where you sort of it forces you to lose sight of who you are and why you're here. And, the question is like, what traumatic events have happened in your life that have created this feeling of like your innocence being taken from you, basically. This could be like bullying, parents' divorce, your own divorce, substance abuse, just relationship traumas. I know for me personally, I can speak to, all the above in varying degrees throughout my life. And that's, I'm fairly certain that everybody can say the same thing in just varying degrees, right? So, we talk a lot about reframing life situations on the show, and, reframing and awareness is what helps dissolve and resolve a lot of this like victim mentality that we can, in limiting beliefs that we can kind of get caught up in. So, the third act means rebirth. I mentioned that before. Third act also means you get to share your story, and, byproduct of this inner development that you have done is to then help somebody that's maybe at this, act one or two. Obviously in act two, there's some mentorship that's needed to sort of get out of that feeling of alone, that feeling of stuck that can come along with that stage of the journey. So, let's face it, it can be very frightening to have that feeling of alone and stuck, right? So, the third act can be, coming out of a relationship, recovering from addiction, pivoting careers, starting your own business, going back to school, starting a health and wellness, transformational program to get your body and mind tuned up, or your vision of, how you look and how you want to feel, those types of things. Those are, examples of third acts, rebirths, essentially, right? So the hero's journey is something that we're running constantly throughout our lives. There's the bigger story arcs, have the bigger and deeper peaks and valleys, and then there's smaller ones, right? There's smaller, more subtle versions of the hero's journey that we run our entire lives. It's really cool when you can kind of start looking at these patterns. And man, the hero's journey shows up in so many books and movies, and it's like, one thing to keep in mind is there's always like mentors or a mentor involved in these heroes' journeys, right? So you think of, Star Wars episode 4 through 6, in my opinion, the only Star Wars. I don't really care for the rest of the movies. That's just my opinion. 4 through 6, the early ones there, Luke Skywalker had Obi-Wan, Matrix, Neo had Morpheus, the Terminator, Sarah Connor had Kyle Reese, although Kyle Reese ended up being a little bit more than a mentor, but you get the idea. So my question is like, where are you guys on your hero's journey? I'm interested to know, is there a calling? Is there something that you've always wanted to do, but you've never acted on it? And what's preventing you, from acting on it? Like, is it just unease, of uncertainty, fears? What is it? And just so like I can support you with all of this. I can help or guide. Help or guidance is just a click away. I give away like a free 90-minute complimentary discovery call where we can kind of talk about where you are and what you need to do to get where you need to go. So remember, fear and excitement physiologically show up this exact same way in your body, which is fascinating. Fear and excitement, the exact same way in your body. So that leaves you with your mind. What is your mind doing? Is your mind going, I am afraid, and you have some self-doubt? Or is your mind excited and full of curiosity and enthusiasm? So, the choice is really yours. And, I guess it comes down to blue pill or the red pill.